Good morning, students. Today we are going to take part A of third chapter, and with this, the first slot of multidisciplinary question starts. That is chapter 1, chapter 2 and chapter 3 together combined for 16 marks. You can get a question with the mixture of all the three together. As the name suggests, environment, in a very general term, refers to the surrounding factors, and it could be subclassified into different layers, as you could see in this slide. Now, this can be classified in different ways, but for our sake of convenience, as per CBSE, we'll be classifying it into basically three major layers. The first one, which is hardcore internal factor. Hardcore internal factor, which is purely under the control of company. We are not concerned with this part right now. Hardcore internal factor, we are not concerned in this chapter. The second layer is micro environment, where we are talking about the people or the community or the sectors which are concerned with us directly. They are concerned with us directly in terms of specific forces, like investors, customers, directors, suppliers. Now we have to remember that till they are with us, they are going to affect us. The moment they move out, we cannot stop them also. Next we come down to macro, where we are talking about general forces, and these general forces are beyond our control. These general forces are beyond our control, and that is why we say these are general forces, and it is part of a macro, which could be either said in the form of pestle model, where political, economical, social, economic, legal. We could further simplify it also. So our more concern is towards macro level. In this chapter, as per your syllabus, we are more concerned with macro environment. What you could see in this diagram, in the next one also, the three layers: internal, which is totally under our control; next micro, which is partly under our control; and macro, which is not at all within our control. So all these three factors, they interact with one another, even though for the sake of convenience we are putting it into three layers, but there is no watertight compartmentation. They do intermix knowingly, unknowingly. And this is where we further go with the environmental analysis, that inside out, understand the word inside out, is micro, right? And outside in is macro. Both the scenarios will be seen, and the macro has a broader view of business in terms of long-term perspective, whereas micro has immediate narrow impact in forecasting about the environmental aspect. Now next, when we see business environment in terms of its basic characteristic, it is dynamic, keeps on changing over a period of time or from place to place also. It is complex, not very easy to understand. You need to have a critical eagle's eye and approach to understand. Then there is uncertainty, which cannot be ignored. It is multifaceted. So which way it is coming to you, you don't know. It has a far-reaching impact which you have to predict as per your foresightedness, and there's a relativity in it. What you see here, the impact could be somewhere else in a different intensity. Now when we see this macro environment, please see this diagram carefully. Your company is there with two-way interaction in terms of all these segments, whether it is economic environment, competitive environment, technological, socio-cultural, political, regulatory or economic. We'll take one by one all the factors. We could put it other way around in this diagram form also, what you can see over here, and a comprehensive view of both. You could see how the snake is swimming in between the water, facing the things within this water body and outside also. This is how your internal and external environment, they are interacting, and the company has to find a point of equilibrium where it can survive. Now we take up the first factor, that is economic environment. We are taking the first factor, that is economic environment. The moment we say economic environment, it is an aggregate of all the indices which are reflecting towards the monetary issue. For example, your GDP, your interest rate, your inflation, your savings rate, everything which speaks in terms of financial indicators on an economy. Next, we are coming to the social environment. As you could see that the society is a mixture of various factors in terms of the tradition, customs, rituals, demographic trend, education, family structure, male-female ratio and so on. So accordingly, what is the trend in the society is to be analyzed. For example, where a society has more of a trend of working women, you will find the fashion industry is at boom in that particular economy. And even in fashion, the type of fashion would matter. Then your electronic gadgets at home in terms of mixer grinder, microwaves, your eating habits in terms of packed food would increase. Next we come down to technological environment. Now, technology keeps on changing over a period of time due to innovations, renovations, and there you could see that the latest technology when launched, automatically what happens, the older one either becomes obsolete or is not very much preferred, at least due to the higher level of efficiency and lower cost also. The technology has to imbibe that factor also, cost factor. Next we come down to political environment. Now the moment we say political environment, that means what type of government exists, the attitude of the ruling party, the philosophies that they continue, and usually children get confused with political and legal. There is a close relationship in between political and legal. So at times we talk of politico-legal as an overlapping factor. But the moment we talk of legal, which will be coming in our next slide, means we are talking about law which is dictated and comes in the form of legislations notifications, judgments through administrative orders. After this, we'll take an example of company where all these factors are interacting together. I've taken one. Your case study could involve many other areas like hospitality sector or other areas. I've taken one, for example, an airline company is planning to expand over next 5 years, right? Being economical nowadays, people prefer and time saving approach, biggest thing where most of the people would avoid railways due to time factor wherever they have the connectivity of flight. We'll take this pestle model and we'll see first political. If there is a political unrest, terrorism or landing rights which are not in favor of you, or whatever landing right of that host country is there, how you are working on with it. Then economic factor, the oil prices, exchange rates, taxation, economic boom or depression, because the revenue part has to be seen. Then social, here change in the population size, fashion, willingness. Then is technological. Engines efficiency, new aircraft being planned for a better and cheaper concept. Then the facility of video conferencing while you are at flight. Next, coming to ecological, which we have not taken up earlier, but let us see that carbon emission from jet engines, how they work. Legal part on health safety regulation, consumers legislation has to be seen. So this way you could get a question where various factors you have to identify and you have to quote it by quoting the line which factor is being considered. Now, the next part is why at all we should go for this much of analysis of business environment, right? Why should we go for this? And there comes the importance of business environment, where we'll be classifying into 5 or 6 as per the syllabus. There are many more, but we'll restrict to the syllabus framework, where first one is identifying opportunities and setting first mover advantage. Second, identifying threats and early warning signals. Coping with rapid changes is the next one. Tapping useful resources. Then planning and policy formulations, and helps in improving performance. Let us take one by one. But before that, we'll take SWOT analysis, which I had earlier also explained in my previous chapters, that if we see the SWOT matrix, strength and weakness are internal. Strength and weakness are internal. Strength is positive, weakness is negative. And opportunities and threat, they are external, where opportunity is again positive and threat is negative. Now, based on this, we'll come down to our explanation. The first one, what is first mover advantage? In market, the opportunity is lying there. The one who has this knack of identifying opportunity first would come and grab that opportunity. Now, first come, first serve. You have identified first, you have taken up that, and there's no competitor. You are all alone like Ceylon in the market. So you dictate the price. You dictate the price. And you enjoy the monopoly of profit. So this is why we need to go for environmental scanning, that I can identify opportunity fast, I can take it up, I can enjoy that profit. Next is identify warning signals. In the previous one we had talked about opportunity and the strength, of course. The opportunity was there, you had the strength of taking it up, you had made profit. Here we are talking about the negative part, that is threat. You have identified those warning signals and you start working on it before it is too late. It's like Tata's economy car Nano was the biggest threat to Maruti Udyog. Similarly, in banking sector also. So you have to be smart enough to identify these signals and act upon it to counteract its impact. To counteract its impact. Next is coping up with rapid changes. Coping up with rapid changes. Now, as you could see in the slide, we have said change is difficult, not changing is fatal. So, whether you like or not, once you are in business or any other framework, you have to cope up with the rapid changes, because that is what is life. It's adoption and adaptation. If I cannot change something, I will adapt myself. And if something is new to me, I'll adopt it. Right? So, whatever changes are there, you have to adjust to it. You have to formulate a strategy for it. And through this, we are coming to our next point, that is, if you have any idle resources lying, try to tap it out. Try to tap it out. Tapping idle resources. Full capacity utilization, so that your cost of production becomes optimum. The fixed cost would be apportioned over more number of products, and you will be availing economies of large scale production. For example, if there is a school, the infrastructure is too huge and a school is hardly for 8 hours or 7 hours maximum. What about the rest time? Sundays. You can take up competitive exams on Sundays. Use your infrastructure that way. You can go for the various corporate courses which run in terms of evening classes, like your cost accountancy, company secretaryship. They'll be paying you at least the rent for that. You can use your big hall or auditorium for various conferences. You can use your ground by allowing other activities to be taken up for the community during your off days. So you are going to tap out these idle resources. Maybe when you are working in full-fledged manner, it is occupied. But what when you are not working with it? Next is planning and policy formulation. According to the environmental factors that are there, after analyzing it, you are going to formulate your plans and give a compatibility in the external and internal environment. This is why we have bifurcated into two: your thinking in terms of policy formulation and the output in the form of strategic planning, where external and internal factors are being clubbed together. Then is improving performance. Improving performance. You try to assess yourself. You try to assess yourself where you stand. And accordingly, you improve your performance. Then only you can think about the allied points like image building. Image building is an extended version of improving performance. If your performance is improved, automatically your image building goes. Right? Now, with this, we conclude with part A, where we have completed with all the elements of macro, its impact on a company, and the importance of environmental scanning. Thank you very much. We'll be coming up with our next video very soon.